And we are back at Up North at 4. Today we are joined with Steve Opfer, who facilitates the watercolor class in Eagle River at the Warehouse Arts Center. And I took the class. So let's check it out and what I drew.
Steve, thank you so much for taking the time and allowing us to come join you here at the watercolor class at the Warehouse Arts Center in Eagle River.
We love having you.
And you are the instructor, correct?
Facilitator, maybe.
Facilitator.
I went from finger painting in kindergarten to somehow setting up this class.
Okay, and how did that happen?
The former director just got really busy one day, and I did the IT stuff, and the Zoom was the hard part for other people. And she said, could you do class today? And that was last year, May, and she hadn't been back since.
And your background, you did mention, so engineering, right?
Yeah.
And so how was the shift from engineering to being a facilitator of painting now?
So it's common when people retire that one of the things they say is, I want to do something outside my comfort zone. And since kindergarten was the last time I did any painting, this is about as outside my comfort zone as could be. So
how's it been though? Has it been hard to get back into painting? Has it been a challenge?
I wouldn't say get back in, I would say start. But what makes it easy is this is a very collaborative group, right? There's several art teachers, there's several people that are just great painters.
And for those starting out, and you have the class here at the Warehouse Arts Center every Tuesday? Every
Tuesday from 10:30 to noon. Everybody passes their paintings over at the end of class, and we do what we call 2 stars and a wish. 2 things you like, something you might have liked to do better. And we're going to start with you today.
We're going to start with me. And so what are your tips, especially coming from a different background like yourself, for someone starting out or who has not painted in a very long time like myself? I'm a little nervous here. I'm not much of a painter.
Start light, go dark. You can always go darker, you can never go lighter.
Okay. Well, thank you, Steve. We are going to get started and we're going to paint some shoes here.
Yes, we are.
So we are going to try painting. I am going to try some painting. It's been a while. And Steve over here is going to show me how to paint some shoes, which of course, they kind of look like Louis Vuittons with bows, which are my favorite pairs of shoes. So Steve, what is the first step?
So the first step for a lot of us is to draw an outline. We do one of 2 ways. We call it either wet on wet or wet on dry. Wet on dry means watercolor on dry paper. Wet on wet means watercolor on wet paper that you've made wet. The whole thing's going to kind of blend and move. So when you put water down, you only put it where you want the paint to go. So with your shoes, for example, if you were to do the black sides of the shoe, you would put water on there, and then you would use black paint from here, and you would put that on there, and it will just kind of blend as far as you put the water.
But I should trace it first, do you think?
That's what I would do, but that's really up to you. This is your art.
Maybe trace it and then do the paint.
Yeah. Okay. If you're going to wear these on the show at 4, you're really going to need...
They need to come alive first.
Yes.
I need to...
I thought about emerald shoes.
Oh, emeralds are nice.
The Wizard of Oz, but...
Those are nice.
That was a little cliche, so...
Okay, so I guess we'll start with the outline of it.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with whatever you do.
Okay.
I think now you're ready for paint. Okay, so you have... So white is just the absence of paint. So where it's white, don't do anything. Okay. So you might want to start now with, if we look at this, like this back heel here, really there should be another line there, because there's part black, part pink. Okay. Right? So if you add another line, just see how I maybe got too narrow. But if you add another line just on the outside of that and terminate here.
This is what we created. We just have to dry it right now. Steve, thank you so much for being such a good teacher and a helper here at the watercolor class in Eagle River at the Warehouse Arts Center. And this is my product of Louis Vuittons. So thank you, Steve. So once again, for anyone interested in finding out more information, signing up for the class, where can they go?
EagleRiverArtCenter.com. Look at the classes. This is a Tuesday class. It's free, 10:30 to noon.
Okay, well, thank you.
We love new people.
Thank you. We're going to go interview a participant who attends a water class here in a little bit. So we'll be right back after this break.